Humans, this is an adoption campaign, but it's not for me, or Mr. Buttons, or Frank over there. It's for you, humans. This is a call to humans to adopt our movement, to adopt our cause.
This isn't just about saving one of us.
It's about saving all of us.
Thousands of lives, every single day.
It's about support for every one of us four, and sometimes not four-legged best friends, waiting to meet a best friend of our own. With Best Friends Animal Society leading the charge.
Shelter by shelter, city by city.
We can save thousands of pets each day. Join us. Together we can save them all.
Thank you for joining us for Pet Connect. I'm Tara Douglas. We are going to be walking dogs this Saturday, as usual, at the Sylacauga Animal Shelter from 11 to 1, but I'm going to announce a couple of times during this segment we are switching the time. So this is the last weekend for this summer that we're doing it from 11 to 1. We are going to start that first weekend in July, walking a little earlier because it is warm out there and we want the dogs to enjoy their time out of their kennel. So we're going to switch the time to 9:30. And so if you are wanting to come out to walk this Saturday, keep the same time, 11 to 1, but next Saturday, I guess it'd be the Saturday, July 5th, right after our 4th of July celebrations on Friday, you can come walk the dogs at 9:30. And we're going to have a great time out there each weekend. And here today with me to talk about walking dogs, I asked one of our dedicated dog walkers to come on the show with me. I have Tanya Browning here. Tanya's been walking dogs for how long at the shelter?
Since February.
Since February. And Tanya, boy, she is one of our best walkers. I mean, we appreciate everybody that comes out, but you have really embraced walking the dogs here at the shelter.
It's the most fun and rewarding thing to go and do something for them that they can't do on their own.
Now, you grew up here.
Yes.
But you don't even live here anymore,
No,
and yet you're coming and walking dogs every Saturday.
It's a great excuse to see my folks and come and do something for the dogs too.
So let's talk about what made you decide to come out and walk dogs.
I love dogs, and you see the Facebook posts or the social media posts of the dogs, and if you love them, you just have a heart for them, and it's such a good thing, not only for them, but it's good for you on a personal level too, to step outside of yourself and do something for them.
Absolutely.
So it's just fun. I enjoy it.
And we've talked about on here quite a bit in the past how fun it is for the volunteers. You come out to walk the dogs and you enjoy it as much as the dogs enjoy it. And I have so many people tell me that, oh, I don't know that I could go to the shelter. I can't see that. I can't be around those dogs that don't have homes without it just breaking your heart. But Tanya, I would say that it kind of lifts your heart to be there to be able to walk the dogs.
It does hurt your heart a little bit to see them and to know that, it's a beautiful day and they should be out running free and having a good time.
Yeah.
But it also lifts your spirits to be able to give them that little bit of time, whether they're walking or they just want to lay in the grass and sun, or roll around as Jimmy does. Roll around in the grass.
And there's definitely something for everybody. There's a dog for everybody, because some of those dogs love to walk and they'll drag you all around that property out there. But some of them they're a little timid and need to be socialized and just want to sit in the grass with you.
Or sit on the bench with you and just love on them.
Because your mom was there with you last Saturday.
She was, and she sat on the bench with one of those timid dogs and just and just loved on it.
And it's so important. And like you said, you were watching social media posts. So if you see posts about dog walking, if you see posts about dogs that are available at the shelter, share them, because we can have another Tanya Browning that's so dedicated to come out and help us walk dogs at the shelter.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, you said that before you walked dogs at the shelter, you didn't really love big dogs. You got two small ones of your own.
I do have two small ones, one that's about 5 pounds and one that's maybe 11 or 12. As a kid, I was chased by a really big dog, a Doberman actually, right on my heels, and it scared me, and I was scared to death of big dogs. But coming out there and walking the dogs at the shelter has gotten me over that fear, and now I'm not afraid of big dogs anymore. They're very, the dogs at the shelter are just, they're very friendly.
They are. And let's talk about that, because I've also had people tell me that they would assume when they come out to walk dogs for the first time, I've had people tell me that they are surprised that the dogs are as nice as they are. I think the perception is that if the dogs are at the shelter, that they're bad dogs, that they've done something wrong, that it's like they're in jail.
Right.
But let's talk about the dogs that you've met and the dogs that you've walked.
Oh, well, you know my favorite's Jimmy.
I know, and we'll have pictures of Jimmy up in a moment.
There's
Jimmy right there.
I've walked so many, I don't remember all the names.
Yeah, but just in general, the
I mean, they've all been
Yeah.
fantastic. I mean, some pull you along, and test your strength, and then some are just real easy to walk. And there's a thing that my mom read to me or mentioned one time is, when you walk your dog, don't walk the dog, walk with the dog.
Yeah.
Because it's going to want to stop and smell and do its thing, so just walk with the dog, be in the moment with the dog. So.
And with those shelter dogs coming out of their kennels, that is a great moment for them, because they do get to sniff things and experience things and get some
Right.
fresh air that they don't get.
Right.
And the shelter staff's really good about getting the dogs out, and we have a play yard that was donated to us years ago, and so we've got lots of times that the dogs get out, even though it's a full shelter. But it's amazing what kind of help it can be to have volunteers come to walk
and
the dogs.
They're super excited to get out of their kennels
They
and
are.
be out there, So the first few seconds, they're just super excited to be out, So, but they're great.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all different. Their personalities are all different, and it's fun to experience their personalities.
It's always so hard when I grab one of the dogs from the kennels and I take them out to walk with someone and they're jumping all over the place initially. I feel almost guilty that I'm handing somebody a dog that's like a jumping bean out there, but then they calm down. You start walking them and they're so excited to be out that they are overly excited at first, and then they just
Right.
enjoy the whole walk.
They do, and it's
Now-
enjoyable for me too, or for others.
And let's talk about that whole area around the shelter. A lot of people don't know where the shelter is and what kind of walking conditions we have. We've got a pretty nice area to walk.
There's a pretty good area. I mean, down the road, and then there's the grassy areas, and then they're beside the railroad track.
Yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to do that, but I do it anyway because it's grassy and it's flat, and just it's just easy for them to walk down through there.
And there's some trail, a short trail area to walk
Right.
them. And so there are areas on the really hot days, there are grassy areas and places you can take the dogs, because like we were just talking about coming in and making the time earlier to walk dogs, that pavement will get hot. So keep that in mind right now. We are hot outside, and there are all kinds of signs you'll see it on Facebook. People pop it up explaining how hot the asphalt is compared to the temperature of the day, and it's hot, and their little
is.
paws can get damaged. So
Right.
we do try to walk them on the grass and do some things. But
Right.
so we popped up the pictures of Jimmy just a
Okay.
moment ago, and
Okay.
Jimmy, there he is. He is such a sweet dog. Now he's a small dog,
Yeah.
and so I'm a smaller. He's not as small as your dogs at home.
No,
but
he's what, like 30?
Yeah, so
30
he's-
pounds maybe.
But he is. I made him our pet of the week because he is your pet of the week because you love him so much and
I
you're
do
trying so
love
hard
him.
to find him a home. But we've got pictures of him in your car with you and pictures of him out and about with you. You took him on a doggy day out.
I did.
So let's talk about doggy day out, because a lot of people might not know that there's that opportunity for the dogs at the shelter.
Okay. Well, I wanted to give him a free day, a day of freedom, and I came down. I contacted you guys and asked if I could get Jimmy for a day, and I came down on I think it was a Friday, maybe it was a Friday, and went to the shelter, picked him up about 8:30 maybe, took him to my folks, took him off the leash. They have a nice big fenced-in backyard. Took him off the leash, and he just got to walk around without a leash, total freedom. And my dogs and my parents' two dogs, they had to investigate him a little bit, but he was a pro. He just ignored them like a pro and just walked around and rolled around in the grass. I mean, it was nothing. We didn't do anything extravagant or special. Just give him a day out of the kennel and a day to be free, right? And he was just. I mean, he was the perfect gentleman.
Yeah. So he'd be a perfect dog for somebody.
He would.
And that is where those doggy day outs are not only great for the dogs like you experience. You don't have to do anything special for those dogs to appreciate it and to love to go out with you. but you get to have a lot of information about the personality of the dog,
Right.
and that helps us find homes for them.
Right. I mean,
so
Jimmy was very laid back, very chill. He just would find a place to lay down and just lay down and just rest. And he smiled a lot. You know, we gave him a good bath and some good food to eat and just lots of love. And he didn't bark. He didn't. You know, he was great with my two and my mom and dad's two dogs.
Okay.
So I mean, he's just easy. You know, he didn't try to jump up on the furniture or anything. He just found a spot on the floor and lay down.
That's great. So he would be a very good dog for someone to adopt. And not that all of them at the shelter wouldn't be good dogs to adopt, but Jimmy, we've got some great information about him, and he is a calm dog, and he's great with other dogs, and he loves people.
He does.
And how was the whole experience with the doggy day out? Pretty easy. So you just called the shelter and told them, I want to come get Jimmy. And
yeah, I want to come get Jimmy, and we set up, you know, weather permitting, of course, because I wanted him to be outside, you know, and have that freedom. But I went, just let him know I wanted to come get him, what day I wanted to come, and I showed up, picked him up, went to my folks' house, and I took him back like 3:30ish, 4 o'clock, somewhere in that
so
neighborhood.
he got a nice full day.
He had a full
out and
day.
about. And we've got a lot of support in the community too. If you come and do a doggy day out, we've got the Starbucks will give them pup cups. We've got Pelican Snowballs. They have a little pup cup for the pups also. So you've got different things. You know, some people will come and just take dogs out for just a few minutes and take them and drive them around. And you know, anything is very special for those pups because they are in their kennels most of the time. So this gives them that opportunity to come out, and we just appreciate you doing that.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
So hopefully we'll find a home for Jimmy. Do you know how old Jimmy is, roughly?
I think they told me he's like 3, 4, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So he's very much out of the puppy stage and really at a stage where he can be your calm dog living at home and be a good dog for a family even. Because I think I've seen him around with kids that come, and he's just easy with everybody.
Yeah, he's very laid back, chill dude.
Well, we'll find him a home. I know we will, and that's
I'm
thanks to
still
you and your
holding out-
help.
I'm still holding out hope that he ends up with the Brownings, but you know, we'll see. But hey, look, I want anybody that would give him a good home and give him lots of love.
Absolutely.
Give him what he deserves.
Well, we appreciate all of your support of the shelter, the donations, the coming out to walk the dogs, doggy day outs, and you know, just come on out and join us. We'll be there this Saturday, 11 to 1, and I bet Tanya will be there too, most likely.
Most likely, yes.
And then again, we're going to have a warm weekend, so we're going to switch it. That first weekend in July, show up at 9:30, please, and we will get all the dogs out. With all of the help with the volunteers lately, we've gotten every dog out.
That's awesome.
And so that gives them all just a little chance to get out and get some fresh air and walk around.
Even if they can't come for the full 2 hours, I mean, if you can come for an hour and just, I mean, you can get 2 or 3 dogs walked in an hour. And give them a good walk in an hour.
Absolutely. And we've had some people that have dropped off supplies and donations, which, by the way, you can follow the Facebook page for the shelter and find out information of different needs for the shelter. And if you'd like to help them, you can help the shelter, or, you know, we've got Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill. We do a lot to help support the shelter. You can follow Feral Dogs Facebook page also, and we've got all kinds of information of ways that you can support the rescue as well as the shelter. And but I had somebody come out to bring some food, and sometimes people will say, well, you know, I'll walk a dog while I'm out here. And every little bit of help that we get, even if it's just one dog, is a great help, and we appreciate it. So we'll see you this Saturday. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much.
And I do hope Jimmy does become a Browning, but if Jimmy does not, Tanya's got a lot of really good information about Jimmy so that we can find him a home. And so, so come out and meet Jimmy this weekend, unless Tanya's holding him really tightly, trying to get him to be a Browning.
I will not be so selfish. If somebody wants to come and spend time with Jimmy, I will spend time with another dog who needs love too, so it's fine.
So we've got plenty, and we also have cats.
Yes.
We talk about dogs so much on here. There are cats at the shelter that you can come and meet, and there are cats also at PetSense always. So we've got cats that are available for adoption that have gone through the Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill foster system, and we usually reserve a cage at PetSense for one of the cats from the shelter. So
Cool.
if cats are your thing, we've got cats also. But thanks again, Tanya.
Thank
Appreciate you coming on the show. And we'll see everybody this Saturday at 11 o'clock at the Sylacauga Animal Shelter. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we will have more Daybreak after these messages.